NFL 23 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Just ahead on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota's starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making a 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
For the 2nd consecutive season, Tua's a starter and Miami's a team. Both had winning records, but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. But he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Keep our poise.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A minimal gain as we tip down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 21. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
First and goal from the 3. Gaskin fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, second and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal. They'll try to run with Gaskin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins, his throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this returnable for Hill. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Tua going to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out to about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He juked him. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's do this, man.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 13.
They'll begin things here with Gaskin.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tua now on first down. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 74 yards. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now 3rd down and 6 to go. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On 3rd down, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Cousins again. throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Cousins now. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second down at 4. Now Cousins. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all you got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Fourth down, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start here with Gaskin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things, not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this way.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A-game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.